do you have to have a dedicated homeschool room in order to homeschool? No. We actually have 4 main spaces that we do school. Do you want to see?
Hi, I'm Jordan Ashley, and welcome to our most magical homeschool on earth. We're a family that loves Jesus, Disney, and exploring the world around us. On our channel, we share how we homeschool at home, at Disney World, and on our adventures. I also talk about how I work from home, which has given us a lot of freedom to enjoy things that we love. And hopefully, I can give you the tools to do the same. I hope you join our community because my goal on this channel is that you feel encouraged and inspired on your family's adventure, and that I can give you some ideas and learning resources to make it a little bit easier for you. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on a video.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the most magical homeschool on earth. If it is your first time here, welcome. I am so thankful that you are here. I hope that you join our community. Okay, so before we start, I just want to throw out the idea that homeschooling can look different for every single family, and I love that each family kind of makes it their own. So I've decided to add this video that I've pre-recorded to a playlist from Jessica from The Waldeck Way and Abby from Rooted in Rest. I will link the playlist below so you can go check out other families and how they do their homeschool space. So we are definitely on team. You do not need to have a dedicated homeschool space in order to homeschool. Will we one day convert one of our current rooms into a homeschool room? Maybe, but for now we are so happy with utilizing the space that we have to organize and compile all of our homeschool materials, and we can homeschool in just about any space because learning really and truly can happen anywhere. Now, with that being said, let me show you our first space, the space that we probably school the most often. Okay, so because we homeschool a 3-year-old, play is super important. Whether it's pretend play or we are playing with games or manipulatives, hands-on things, doing lots of singing and lots of loud, exciting, fun things for our 3-year-old, we can do that. And we also do a lot of real-life activities, life skills that we practice that encourage learning as well. So all of that can happen right here. And I'm just going to start off here really quick. This is our market stall that my husband built, and we have a bunch of different foods and things that she can sort and practice her sorting. But what's fun is actually on the other side where we actually use it to store a lot of her homeschool activities that are easy access for her and a little bit hidden away from our 9-month-old who is not quite ready for some of the smaller pieces. Let's look. So there are a lot of things that I have not actually completed for our homeschool year quite yet. So I'm finishing up some last minute things, and they're big things that I'm super excited about. Some will go on the walls and some will be key to our actual learning, a lot of our curriculum stuff. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notified when those go live. But let's check out some of these cubbies here. So again, we do a lot of pretend play, and I think it's really important, so we just store a lot of that here. We have cleaning supplies, another cleaning kit here from Melissa and Doug, which we love. She loves doing it while I do some of my grown-up adult cleaning, and she helps me with that as well. She really enjoys it so far. We'll see what happens when she gets a little bit older. But here we have all of her plates and pretend utensils and things. And here we have a sandwich making set, also from Melissa and Doug, I believe. And this one is one of my favorites. It's the pizza, where you can actually use it to count and sort. And we do a lot of math type, preschool math with this. And then let's jump down to here, where you can see we have like the train set, lots of different games that are great for learning. Some of them are just regular games, but you can make anything into a learning opportunity as long as you talk. The more you talk to your kids, I believe that's a great thing for their learning, because you never know what they're going to pick up. It's really cool. So we have lots of different games. You can see more in our homeschool haul about those. We have some building magnetic blocks here. And then here we have a lot of her books. We love books. We have a couple different libraries here in this house. This is one section. She has 2 sets of books that are paper books. I do not usually let our baby play with the paper books because she just eats them and tears them up. So we have a whole nother set of board books, and then Ariana has another set of books upstairs, and we have a library, and of course we go to the library. So these are one set of her books. We try to do the home edit thing with the color coordination, and I love what they do with all of their rainbow colors. It's really beautiful. Ours didn't look quite as pretty, but it's still really great. So this is where she can come get one of her books if she wants them. And then here is where we have a lot of her art stuff. So this is super cool. It's her own storybook that has the calendar months that she can color, and there are pictures of her and her sister that she can color and create a story with them. This is from Hooray Heroes. It was free online. I'll link it below if you're interested. They're awesome. We have a book from them as well that you'll see in a second. But so that's really cool. We also have one of our lovely water pen mats, water mats. And so those are great because she doesn't have to ask my permission for that at all. She can do it on her own because I don't have to worry about it being a big mess. And then we also have a whiteboard and some a variety of different coloring books. Here also class register, again math, super important, and the phone as well. We're learning our phone numbers, and then I will try to scoot you over so that you can see the rest of the different learning opportunities that we have in this small space here. So this is another place that we actually store a lot of her learning activities. Now I know this is a fridge or a pretend fridge that was built for her, but I mean, how many pretend food items can we really have, right? So we use it for some of her school stuff and activities. So here is a bunch of different learning books. There are activity books, and she can get up here. She uses a stool to access it, so that's okay with me. However, I don't want it to be so easy access that she can just flip through and doodle on them, because right now she's kind of in the stage of, ooh, sometimes I want to do the activities, and sometimes I just want to scribble over every page just a little bit. So they're up here just for now. Here is some of the items that are really fun for her and she's able to reach, but her little sister, who cannot have these small pieces, is not. So this is actually just like a Home Depot project that her and her dad did. They do these really cute little projects where you can do stuff with your parents, and so she got a lot of fun doing that, and it's a tic-tac-toe board, so she likes that. There's also some of our other things. These pieces are too small. We have a Melissa and Doug like Ariel magnets, so she can dress up Ariel for different parties and activities and things. She really loves that. And then in the bottom, it's actually just food, so I'm not going to show you that. And then we have her kitchen stuff, which again is huge. We do learn a lot through play. I am going to put something else here in place of her name, but for now it's just her name. It's going to be more about learning about me, and different posters and activities, manipulatives will go here eventually, so stay tuned for that. So moving over here a little bit, we have our table. I did love this paper. It's actually part of some DIY stuff I did in Ariana's room when she was a baby, and I loved it, and I had some extras, so I threw it up, or I Mod Podged it to a lot of the surfaces in this room. I'm running out though, and they don't make it anymore. So if you recognize this paper by chance and know where I can find some, please let me know. Back to the homeschool stuff. So here we just got pretty much all of this furniture. If I didn't get it made by my husband, I got it from like people giving it away in the neighborhood or beyond. So that's what all of this is, and I just redid a couple things. So here at this storage unit, I just have her blow-up globe that I got from the Dollar Tree. And here we have some little manipulatives like shapes, foam shapes, and then in here she can get to, yes, this is an Oreo box, an Oreo tin, obviously been cleaned. I just think that if you have an item already in your home to store stuff, why go purchase another one? I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but who has the money for that? Not me. So we have things like the little pom-poms, the safety pin, or what are those called? Clothespins. There you go. Some of her timers for activities, and we have her pinchers. A lot of fine motor activities are in here, but all of them are safe for her to do on her own. And then we will definitely fill this up more as the time goes on. In here we have some of our KiwiCo boxes. If you haven't ever heard of these, they're amazing. This is not sponsored. However, they're great. So we have the doctor's visit one and the mail delivery one, and they're so cool. They have lots of learning activities in here, some manipulatives. They have, for this one, they have like books inside as well, and activities, ideas for the parents. So love these. Can't say enough great things about the KiwiCo boxes. This is our morning basket, learning basket, invitation to learn. Right now it's pretty much empty, but we just have some of her magnets with shapes and numbers. And then this is our journal that's almost always in there. And I will fill that up more once we really get going in the next week or two. So I'm excited about that. I will be posting a video about our morning baskets in the near future. So again, subscribe to see when that goes live. In this container, we just have a lot of active play things. So I got these from the Target dollar spot, and they're just a lot of yoga mats, which is really cool. Moving on, we do have this massive box that I got on clearance at Walmart that, oh, I still have the tags on it. So it actually is a photo and craft keeper, but we use it for flashcards because we use so many flashcards, and I don't know about you, but there are so many times that even I, as an adult, have messed up the flashcard box because I have been unable to get the cards in the box, and as a preschooler it's really hard to get them in, and you tend to mess up a lot of the flashcards. So we invested in this. It's been great so far. We have tons and tons of flashcards, some for when she gets a little bit older, that are not in this box yet, but we've filled all of these. And so if you want to see more about what kind of flashcards we use, why we use them, how easy they are to take everywhere when you're learning, check out our video about our preschool curriculum for the year, and you can see it there, as well as seeing it on our social sites, because that is where we post a lot more frequently about our daily learning activities. We also have the toolkit here. This is a lot of our pretend play, this whole area here. This is our lovely globe, and if you remember the coloring book that I showed you with my daughter and both of my daughters, they have their own characters that they can color and tell the story. This is the company that makes it, also makes this book, the Hooray Heroes, and so we have this book for them to read, and it's really special. We love it. This book we just got from the Target dollar spot, and it's been great because she can count, and it's super colorful, and I love it. Here we're going to do a lot more decoration in the future, sorry. Down here is just all of her pretend play items. So we talk a lot about pretend play in our family, and there's a lot of it. We do a lot of dressing up when we go to the parks and just in the home. Super fun. I love getting involved, but it can be exhausting, but it's really fun. It's really exciting. So this wall is actually where I decided to put our temporary calendar. It is just put up with a bunch of little painter's tape. We do plan on making a more long-term calendar that we are doing it ourselves. This was just $1 All these things were $1 from the Target dollar spot, and it will definitely work for the time being while we are making our dream calendar, if you will. So that's exciting. Up here is where I have a bunch of her artwork just to brighten up this room because we had nothing on the walls. We don't have a lot of stuff in our walls. I'm hesitant to decorate unless it's something that I really love, and I haven't found a lot of that yet. So help me decorate, you guys. Give me ideas down below. So this is most of her artwork from years ago, the first couple of years of her life. So I'm excited to kind of change it out and see how it grows and develops over time. Alright, so this is where we store a lot of her activities that she is able to actually access herself. This is just a dresser that we got for free from a neighbor down the road, and it's an IKEA dresser, and they painted it. We plan on repainting it the same color that we did in her pretend kitchen and that whole playroom area so that we can make it cohesive, but for now, it's staying like this. There's even some sliders underneath because we put it in there recently. So we do utilize some of the drawers for some of our own stuff, so I won't be opening those. But let's start off here. We have a bunch of Play-Doh and slime in here, and then we have her puzzles and some of her like restickable and felt activities in here. A lot of her tactile activities are in this drawer, and here we have a bunch of her library books. So we're huge on going to the library, and we need to keep them somewhere that they'll be safe and separate from our other books so we don't spend hours looking for them when they're due. So we have our library books in here. In this one, we have a lot of our electronics, whether it is my electronics in the very back, and then hers, which is just her tablet that she gets to use every once in a while. Here we have, this is like our Disney Go Pack. Whenever we go to Disney, this is some homeschool stuff that we take to Disney, and that's what's in this one. And I'll give you a better idea of what's in here. I think I'm going to show you a close-up of each of these drawers. This one is all of my party stuff. And in here is a lot of supplies, so I'm going to take the camera and show you some of what's inside the drawers now. Okay, so this dresser is one that my mom found at probably a thrift store, and she refinished for me, and I love it. So I've kept it forever, but some of the drawers take a little bit of finesse to get it open. So that means that it's hard for my 3-year-old to get into it, which I'm happy about. So this is one that only grown-ups are supposed to open in our house. And that's because there's a lot of things in here that I don't want her getting into by herself quite yet. So up here is actually just like some kitchen stuff, like tea stuff, and that is because this is supposed to be the dining room, right? So in here we have a lot of different items that are actually either overstocked, so if she needs more glue, I have easy access to it here. There's some curriculum things that are in here, some activities that we're not going to get to quite yet, whether she's not quite ready for it or I don't want to introduce so many things so quickly. And then also I have things in here that are specifically for our unit studies, and so those are separate. And then some of my teaching things like teacher supplies, whether it is like hole punchers or a stapler, things that she really should not be using. And here, again, I have to go with this. And here is actually a bunch of recyclables. So we usually keep a lot of things in this house because a lot of things can be used as crafts later on. And so we keep at least this much at all times, whether it is scrap paper so that she can paste and glue, or like little rolls, things like that, little bottle caps. We use them all the time, and so it gets rotated out. We never keep more than what's in here, but we do keep that much. And then down here are all of her paint things. Paint is something that I'm still a little bit hesitant to let her have access to on her own. I think she could probably handle it, but I'm going to keep keep it in here for a little bit longer. And also some more overflow of my things that I need. Up here we have some of my like pens, pencils. Most of it up here is things that are more permanent, so we have some permanent markers that she doesn't have access to. Some of the scissors that she should not be using quite yet are up here.
So, the second place that we love to learn and do school is outside. We love to learn from nature, learn from the things around us. We learn about force and different physics concepts. Of course, on the swing, we learn about gardening. We can do this in our own backyard or on our adventures wherever we're going. Outdoors is a great and versatile place to learn. Our third spot is our kitchen table, our completely undecorated one. You can see we have some hydroponics in the corner that we're not quite sure where to put at this point, but this is where we do a lot of our learning because I am spending a lot of the time in the kitchen, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the baby. And this is where we can do some of our morning basket activities. This is where her morning basket kind of lives so that she can pick and choose different things throughout the day when there are slow moments or some guided activities that we do here.
Now the fourth place is actually my favorite place, and that is Disney World. Walt Disney World itself is where we do a lot of our homeschool experience, our homeschool, right? Schooling, learning. And if you are new to the most magical homeschool on earth, that's us. That is actually just a play on the most magical place on earth, and that is Walt Disney World. We go to Disney in order to have fun, but also, of course, we go to learn, we go to grow, and we go to experience new things that enhance the learning that we're doing at home. So Disney already does an amazing job of incorporating learning into their parks, into their experience. It is an all-immersive experience where you get to walk into the park and you are immersed in a theme, and in that theme you can learn a lot of things. And I actually teach on Outschool, which is a platform where you can learn from 3-year-olds all the way to 12th grade. You can learn just about anything. I have a link below if you're interested in getting $20 off your first class, but even if it's not one of mine, that's totally fine. But I teach stuff that is sometimes deemed not so fun, like plant biology, and of course the more fun ones like animal sciences and things like that. But I teach it with a Disney flair because Disney does it really well. So go ahead and check those out if you're interested. But really, we just love going to the parks because learning is inevitable. So we also use our own learning resources. We bring our learning activities to the parks, whether that is in the form of a craft or in the form of some of our service activities, whatever we are utilizing for that day, our learning binder, our flashcards, our learning mats, things like that. Now I am actually working with a friend, Allie Connor Creative, who I am linking below, and we're working on some learning resources for the parks themselves, and I'm so excited for them. So if you would like to stay updated on that, be sure to subscribe, and of course you can also subscribe to my newsletter, my email list, where we send out freebies, and also I will be sure to send out a discount to anyone on that list as well, so that you are the first people that get to try it out. If you would like to learn more about how we homeschool at Disney, what we bring, things like that, there is more videos that will be coming out soon that are going to be in this playlist about how we homeschool at Disney World. I do have one video already that I will link down below if you are interested. Also, be sure to check out our social media accounts where we do tend to post more regularly about how we're homeschooling, both at home and of course at the Disney parks and beyond. So check those out down below in the description. So that's it. Utilize the space you have, let it grow with your kids, and make it what you love. A place where you and your kids can both enjoy the homeschool experience, learning together and growing closer together as a family. Now this is our first time homeschooling and I'm super excited, but if you have any tips, please let me know down in the comments, especially if it's about organization. I would love to hear them. And while I hope this channel does provide some knowledge and encouragement, and of course some fun and entertaining inspiration, hopefully, I do want this to be a community. I really want it to develop into something that is a supportive environment for everyone to learn and grow and inspire and encourage each other as we all go along on our journeys with our family. So I did link a couple of the most asked about items down below if you are interested, and of course if you would like that discount on Outschool, if it's your first course you get $20 off, and then if you would like to take one of mine, I will always have a discount, especially for those of you who watch my videos, so be sure to check that out below if you are interested. Now I think that's the end of today's video. Remember, you do not need your own homeschool space. Just be intentional with your kids, love your kids. If you're watching this video, I already believe that you are doing that. And if this video was helpful to you in any way, please be sure to like so that I know that you enjoyed it. And of course, subscribe and hit that notification bell if you would like to join our community and get notified when videos go live. So, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you real soon, pal.